There's a new effort underway to address the need for more living kidney donors. A bipartisan bill recently introduced by Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis is hoping a tax credit will encourage more people to donate.
Teresa Priolo has more on the proposed legislation and what it could mean for the tens of thousands of people who are currently waiting for a life-saving transplant.
Well, my daily life has changed dramatically.
Vadrian Alston knows she's one of the lucky ones. In 2022, she received a life-saving kidney transplant from a complete stranger.
I'm able to live a full life now, not being on dialysis every night. I'm able to travel more, to do more things with my family, and I'm able to enjoy my children, more importantly.
That full life includes working as an NYPD officer.
I'm able to just help others, out there, because that's what my job entails. It entails me to help others. So it's just a blessing altogether to be able to have a normal life again.
A blessing made possible by a selfless donor who happened to hear Alston's story on the news.
I've always known that you could live a perfectly normal life with just one kidney. So at the rate of trying to help someone, why not help save their life?
Sophia Jackson says she didn't know a lot about kidney donation, but immediately decided she wanted to help.
I don't think that people realize that you go through such a complete medical workup that they want you to be just as healthy donating as your recipient. So they're not going to put you in jeopardy.
And even though she wasn't a match with Alston, she was still able to donate her kidney to another person on her behalf.
Move her up off the waiting list, which I'm sure you've heard is anywhere from 8 to 10 years.
According to the National Kidney Foundation, an estimated 12 people die every day while waiting for a kidney transplant. That's where the End Kidney Deaths Act comes in. The bill would create a 10-year pilot program to provide a refundable federal tax credit for living kidney donors who donate to a stranger.
The refundable tax credit is for $10,000 each year for 5 years, $50,000 in total. We estimate by the 10th year that we will have saved the lives of 100,000 Americans.
Elaine Perlman is leading the effort to modify the National Organ Transplant Act. She's also a kidney donor.
After donating, I began to read about the kidney shortage, and I recognized that it's a solvable problem. And so I decided to resign from my position and take on advocacy full time.
And she believes this tax credit is the key to saving more lives.
Donation does cost donors money in terms of lost wages and out-of-pocket costs. Most donors are reimbursed for those expenses. However, for low-income donors, it can be a real barrier to donation.
I'm certainly in favor of replenishing lost wages, paying for those expenses.
Dr. Andrew Flesher is a professor of public health at Stony Brook University. He also chairs the ethics committee for the Organ Procurement Transplant Network, as well as the New York State Transplant Council Ethics Committee.
So the idea with living donation is that it should always be something that is cost neutral, which is to say one shouldn't be paid for giving the organs, but one shouldn't incur undue costs for trying to engage in this wonderful privilege and altruistic thing, which is to give the gift of life.
And while Dr. Flesher says he's okay with removing financial barriers for living kidney donors, he believes there's a fine line that cannot be crossed when it comes to financial incentives.
I would not be in favor of the End of Kidney Deaths Act going any further than it does by financially compensating living donors more. And the reason is that, the reason notice strictly prohibits the sale of organs is to prevent exploitation and coercion of the vulnerable.
For a kidney donor like Sophia Jackson, she believes this act could make a real difference.
So I think if they were able to pass this, there might be more people that would be willing to say, okay, I won't be put in a financial bind if I do this.
A feeling echoed by Vadrian Alston, who knows firsthand what it's like to be on that wait list.
There's so many people out here in this world who are in desperate need of a kidney, and receiving this organ would mean the world to them.
Teresa Priolo, Fox 5 News.